Good evening, softball fans, and welcome here to a exhibition ball game between the Hill United Chiefs taking on the home team, the Bear Creek Express. Good evening from a very sunny and warm Oneida Nation on the Thames. Joe Todd joining alongside myself, Kyle Smith, here for a wonderful ball game, and pleased to bring it to you on Softball Premier TV as you look high above from Oneida Nation. It's almost about game time, Joe Todd, as we step in and we'll look at the lineups for both teams. First, we'll start with the offense and the Hill United Chiefs.
Well, batting first will be the shortstop, Shane Boland. Batting second, the first baseman, Tony Gonzalez. Batting third, the third baseman, Nick Shales. Batting fourth, the designated player, Bruno Matroni. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Quentin Bruce. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Lenny Villavazzo. Batting seventh, the catcher, Josh McGovern. Batting eighth, center fielder, Nick White. Batting ninth, the right fielder, Luci Bande. Pitching for the Hill United Chiefs, Michael Holobratic.
There you see the defense for the Bear Creek Express. It's Travis Jones, Jordan Pomeroy, Nicholas Kloss left to right across in the outfield. Riley James at third, David Galino over at shortstop. Tyler Paulai, the second baseman. Jeff Lyons over at first base. Dallas Cornelius behind the plate tonight for Bear Creek. Justin Schofield, big hard right-hand thrower on the mound here for the Express. Led by Todd Idenaway this year. First year at the helm of this Express team, and Joe coming off a weekend at the ISC qualifier, Canada East qualifier, Hill United picking up the hardware.
Yes, Hill United played extremely well in that whole weekend, beating the Toronto Batmen in the championship game. Had some very tough games along the way.
We're set, ready to go. That first pitch into the dirt for ball one. Glad to have you along with us here on a picture-perfect Thursday night on our drive down, Joe. We both kind of said we'd be surprised if we got a game in.
23 degrees here, bright and sunny and beautiful northwest wind. Took the humidity right away.
That pitch misses for ball two, so falling behind. Here is Schofield down 2 balls, no strikes. Just getting underway. Glad to have you along here on Softball Premier TV. Misses for ball 3. Justin Van Horn, our home plate umpire. Paul Ketchum down at first base, and Kelly Murphy working over at third. Schofield 3-0. Right down the middle, called for strike one. Joe, a rematch from Sunday morning in the winter bracket final. Hill United picked up a 3-2 win over the Bear Creek Express.
Real good ball game. Went 2 extra innings to break that tie.
Shane thought he maybe had increased a walk. He'll be reeled back in now with a 3-2 count. So battle back, payoff pitch coming up. That ball lifted out to left center. That's going to carry, get up in the jet stream, carry, and goodbye home run for Shane Boland. A 3-2 pitch that he gets through, and that ball carried a long way, Joe.
Went a long way because I didn't think it was going to. I thought he had a good handle on that ball. Jordan Pomeroy went a distance, but it just carrying and carrying. A good power there by leadoff batter Shane Boland.
Just ran out of real estate out in center field, did Jordan Pomeroy. And quickly, Hill United jump out 1-0. So Tony Gonzalez now comes to the plate. Swing and a miss on a rise. Off speed, falls in for a strike 2. 0-2 count here as we settle in. Fouled that one off. Hill United already out in front. 1-0 on that solo shot by Shane Bolin. And
good quick hands on Gonzalez getting hold of that pitch, especially with 2 strikes.
Tony from Tijuana, Mexico. And that ball fouled off.
Tony with that big protective guard on his ankle. Must have been dinged there a few times.
Playing even up. In on the hands, foul that off. Could see right through the keyhole, Joe, and that ball coming in. Good rotation from Schofield. Fouls it off, and it's an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 count. Outside ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Finding their way through here in the strike zone. Joe trying to stretch and chip away.
Yeah, they're just feeling each other out. Obviously, they faced each other probably a dozen times last year, but it's still a mental game.
And coming off the weekend game, swing and a miss. Took a bit off that. Gonzalez down on strikes.
Good change of speeds there.
Seeing a little bit of everything from Justin thus far. And now Nick Shales comes to the plate. Nick, all-world hitter. He takes for ball 1. Nick Haling, born in Brisbane, Australia. Now making his home here in Ontario. In there for call to strike. Talk about that Australia team, Joe. Australia punching their ticket and qualifying for the Prince Albert World Cup in 2025 this past weekend. Them and Dominican Republic notching their tickets.
They worked hard to get there. They had a struggle at the start of the week, but worked their way back. Earned every medal they got.
Bats came alive as the week went on, and Jack Besgrove just became unhittable on Sunday. So Nick will look to get back to Prince Albert next year with the national team, as that's in there for call to strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a 1-0 ball game here, courtesy of Shane Boland's leadoff home run. Bradley Ezekiel not here tonight, and Shane filled right in. 2-2. Outside ball 3.
Good pitch.
Cornelius gives a good look to our home plate umpire on that one.
Tough pitch to lay off with 2 strikes up there.
Second time we've gone full. Little slow roller. Riley James and on to first. Countrymate to countrymate. James fires it across the diamond. 4 out, number 2.
I don't think Nick got all that ball in the barrel of the bat. I think he might have got 10% of it.
Just topped it in slow rollers, so got to it and cleanly played over to first base. So Bruno Matroni now comes to the plate. Working out the mud that we've got. We said about the weather that we had, and they experienced some rain here just about an hour and a half before game time. They put some new clay down and got the diamond as best shape. Infield looks really good. It's the batter's boxes that took the brunt of the rain.
Yeah.
Still trying to get that front foot settled in. Scof works. Rise ball misses.
Scof's got a little bit of a sweat going on here.
Scof had a good lather going in the warm-ups. Was talking to Justin. It's been a long day for Justin as he made his way here from Grand Prix, Nova Scotia. Said he left his house at 4:30 Atlantic, landed at dinner time, made his way to the hotel, then to the sponsor's house, Scott Cornelius, and then found his way to the ballpark. So it's been a day for Justin, full day of travel and now a ball game.
And there was no other place he'd rather be.
Nice thing about this game, Joe, being able to happen is with the Simcoe tournament taking place, Hill United hosting the Simcoe tournament this weekend. A lot of players coming in a day early. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Again, Scof just taking something off that pitch.
Justin throwing a lot of pitches here in the inning. Deep into counts. And a 2-out walk to Matroni will bring Quentin Bruce up to the plate. Lenny Villavazzo on deck. James playing even with the bag Lions, maybe a step behind first. As that comes in for called strike one. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you tonight, joining with Softball Premier TV, Luciano and Carol DeReste. Off speed, right back up the middle. Pomeroy on a knee makes the catch. And will end the inning on the lineout by Quentin Bruce. But it's the home run for Shane Boland that gives us a 1-0 lead after the top half of the inning. Bear Creek. Offense first? Offense first, yeah. So we'll come back and you'll do the batting order?
Yeah.
First.
And Joe Todd to run that order down.
Batting first, the center fielder, Mickey Las Claus. Batting second, the center fielder, Jordan Pomeroy. Batting third, the shortstop, David Galino. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Jeff Lyons. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Tyler Paulai. Batting sixth, the designated player, Wayne Lalu. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Travis Jones. Batting eighth, the catcher, Dallas Cornelius. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Riley James. And as you saw, pitching, Justin Schofield.
So it'll be Nicholas Klaus who leads things off. The defense looks like this for Hill United. Quentin Bruce, Nick White, and Luciano Biondi left to right across in the outfield. Nick Shales at third. Shane Boland is the shortstop. Lenny Villavazzo over in second base. Tony Gonzalez at first. Josh McGovern behind the plate. And Michael Holobradic into the lineup tonight for Hill United after being away at the WBSC Group A qualifier over the course of the weekend. There you see our starters. Decked in maroon. Pound for pound, Joe, you'd have to say Softball Premier and Luciano Lafrano. No one better in the game.
Excellent production.
He's got all the bells and whistles.
And a one-man show, really, other than his camera lady.
Shales Didn't have to move for it and over to first base. So Klaus wastes no time to get his Bear Creek season underway.
Next batter, number 27, Jordan Pomeroy.
And now Jordan Pomeroy will step to the plate. Pomeroy from St. John's, Newfoundland. Showing that grass stain on his left leg after the catch. Out in center field to end the inning. Ola Braddock used sparingly over the course of the week in Mexico with Czechia, as that pitch gets in there for called strike one. For my money's worth, Joe, I think it's safe to say that Czechia was probably the most underperforming team down in Hermosillo, as they come up short of a qualification berth.
Yes, it was. I'm sure it was disappointing to the team and the management squad.
Quick out in front on a 1-2 count here to Jordan Pomeroy. Nice pickup there by Josh McGovern, skipped into the dirt. Don't kid yourself, it's only 23 degrees, but it is warm here in that sunshine.
It's muggy still. Thank God we have a little bit of covered.
Punched on the 4.5 side, 5.5 side, and Pomeroy gets a 1-out single. Now we'll bring David Galeno to the plate. Rise ball misses for ball one. Galeno playing with Venezuela at the WBSC event, so he's seeing his first action with Bear Creek this season. Swing and a miss by Galeno.
Pretty versatile. I imagine you'll see him at either shortstop or second base pretty well all year. Nice movement on that pitch.
Ola Braddock comes set. Rise ball, swing and a miss. Galeno down on strikes. We'll bring Jeff Lyons up to the plate. Pomeroy still at first base. Misses for ball one. Shales maybe even a few more steps over from his starting position at third. Off and running. Throw from McGovern. Feet first. He's in there safely. So a stolen base for Pomeroy. Two-0 count here. Runners scoring position as they try to draw even, and Lions in a good hitters count, 2-0. down and away. Ball 3. In there for a called strike 1. Nice spot there by Holobratic, Joe. Just picking away at that bottom part of the zone.
And you don't want to move that, because if you get that ball up in the letters with Jeff Lyons, he'll put a bat on that ball fairly quickly.
3-1. Oh, just misses. Ball 4. Had a little bit of a hook coming around.
Next up to bat, number 6, Tyler Pauly.
So 2 out walk to Lyons brings Tyler Pauly up to the plate. Opportunity knocking here, Joe, for Bear Creek.
Well, the old story, if you want to get onto a pitcher, you get him early.
That ball goes up, over, and on the left. Drop the foul ball.
Oh. He would get booed in a major league stadium.
His buddy handed him a glove after the fact. Could have used that sooner. So count goes full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me. No. Oh. Holobratic. Off speed. Really nice shot there. 0-2. I was thinking one batter ago. I led Luciano astray.
Yeah.
0-2 count. Holobratic with it. Rise ball check swing, keeping himself alive here. Pauly spoiling. Holobratic with the sign. Works. Skipped into the dirt. That one's going to get away from McGovern, and 60 feet for the runners on a wild pitch. Wayne Lalo on deck. The ever ominous Kiwi. One, 2 down. Staying away. Getting a good look at that pitch coming in, Joe, and a little bit of a tail as it breaks back across towards the plate. Just couldn't get it to hook soon enough.
He's being very careful with Tyler. If anything, you want to probably throw a pitch on the hands, tie up the hands, keep the ball in the infield here.
1-2. Swing and a miss. They stay down and away, and Tyler Pauly comes up empty after 1. It's Hill United leading by a score of 1-0 here in Oneida Nation on the Terrace. Back here in Oneida Nation on the Thames, Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you for a
Lead up second.
top 5 matchup between Hill United and Bear Creek on a picture-perfect Thursday night in southwestern Ontario. Opens for strike one, and Lenny Viavazzo leading off here for Hill United. Joe, Lenny can be one of those guys that stirs the drink this year for Hill United.
Plays excellent defense and does have a lot of upper body strength. He can pop that ball out of here.
And hitting in the 6th spot down
Pretty
the road,
nice.
it's a luxury to have a guy like him batting out in the 6th spot. Some would say maybe hiding him a little bit, but the wise know exactly who Lenny Viavazzo is. Misses inside. Little action down in the bullpen, Joe. Adam Folkard is getting loose for Bear Creek. In for called strike.
That was a nice pitch coming in on his hands.
2-2 count.
Real nice movement there.
Justin's moving the ball well here in the early going. Just that one little hiccup to Shane Boland to lead the game off. One hop, Galeno on the backhand to first. Nice pick by Jeff Lyons to gather that up. Viavazzo retired 6-3.
Next up, number 21.
Good scoop
Josh
there by
Lowry.
Jeff Lyons over at first base. Had to be concerned about the good wheels of Lenny Viavazzo going down that line.
Nicely played though, laid back on it, took it on the backhand, and
He played it fairly deep. He is playing fairly deep at shortstop too.
first pitch swinging, that ball gonna get up and find its way out of play. Scof running through the signs. Off speed misses. 1-1.
High rise drop. Can she come up and she come back down?
Following the old adage of what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
That rise ball, nice tight spin there. McGovern swings and misses. 1-2. Nick White on deck. Swing and a miss, climbing the ladder there, and comes up empty, does McGovern.
Next up, bat number 4, Nick White.
Second strikeout for Schofield.
Speed at the bottom of the order here, Joe, for Hill United in White and Biondi. Schofield off speed, up, coming back to us. Shakes the water loose for a foul ball. I didn't see a move on that, Joe.
No. My days of moving quick are over.
Good hard pitch there from Justin Schofield.
Nice level swing by White. Good follow through.
Nick from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Facing his provincial mate. And Justin gets the better of him on a dirty changeup. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 goes Hill United. They lead it though, 1-0 on the scoreboard. Bottom of the second inning. As we get set, it'll be Wayne Laulu who will lead things off. Ever dangerous power hitter in the lineup for Bear Creek. We'll start it off.
Change of a uniform for Laulu from last year. Change of address.
Opener misses for ball one. Coming over and bringing that world championship attitude and culture with him on many different levels, Joe, whether it be at the ISC level or the WBSC level.
Yeah, he brings a lot of character with him, and character's a good word for it, I guess, but he's been there before. He knows what it takes to get to that certain level, and it's a good addition for the Bear Creek Express.
Misses for ball three, 3-0 as we look over to the right. Roman Godoy is getting loose for Hill United. Ball four, leadoff walk to Laulu.
Next up to bat, number 2, Travis Jones.
Brings Travis Jones up to the plate. Travis from Nashiming, Ontario. Spins it in for strike one. Travis Joe has been around for a number of years on the open men's circuit, coming over to Bear Creek in the last 2 years.
Real good ball player. Could put him anywhere, really.
That one off the glove of McGovern, and Laulu will stroll up to second base on the pass ball. Josh runs through the signs here for Hola Braddock. Comes set. Straight on back. Just got a piece, did Jones. Runner in scoring position here for Bear Creek as they trail by a score of 1-0. Held the swing for now as it goes in the dirt. 2-2. A lot of rosin being used tonight, Joe, to put a little extra dryness on the hand with the humidity in the air. up and in, ball 3, 3-2. Run it full here on Travis Jones.
Slight advantage to the batter here, knowing that full count, the pitcher has to come to him.
Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, trying to bend again. And a walk for Jones. So back-to-back walks here for Bear Creek will bring the hometown kid, Dallas Cornelius, up to the plate. Dallas from Chippewas on the Thames, Ontario, just down the road. Turn to bunt. It goes up and foul. Hard to bunt those rise balls, Joe, as it's going up.
Yeah, and he turned on it pretty quickly, too. He's got to turn and pivot on that back foot, and if you're going to sacrifice, sacrifice. And
0-1. Got it down this time, but
Yep.
it's just going to roll foul.
a lot better.
Quick 0-2 count here to Cornelius. Braddock with it, swing and a miss, rise ball. Strikeout number 3 tonight for Michael.
23, Riley James.
One down in the inning, and McGovern out to talk with Braddock, probably changing up the indicator sign, Joe, to make sure Laulu doesn't catch the sequence. Riley James comes to the plate. Queensland, Australia, was part of that Aussie team that punched the ticket. He takes first strike 1.
He would certainly notice the change in temperature then. From mid-40s down to mid-20s.
Be interested to talk to him after and see what he compares it like. He gets into it, sends it left center. Say goodbye, home run. Riley James, a 3-run shot, makes it 3-1 for the home team.
Braddock just got a little too much of that plate. And your number 9 batter coming through. Those 2 walks now coming back to hurt Braddock.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Those 2 free passes, as we've said over the years, there's no defense for walks.
No.
And James makes him pay. Just got all of it as it was knee high.
You talk about hiding a batter in the 9th spot.
I don't think anybody's hiding anybody in these lineups.
No, not anymore.
So Nicholas Kloss now will come to the plate. He fouled that one off. Had a ground out to start off his night. Facing his countrymate. As that pitch misses for a ball. Both Braddock and Kloss were on the flight home from Hermosillo. Miklish had a home run and a catch going to the wall that's circling the internet after last week. Into the dirt for ball 2. Those are a different colored spike, Joe.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm
Like
just trying to.
kind of gold tan color. Misses inside.
He's got a real different stance up there. He's got a real wide open stance, and that front foot is actually starting out of the box, and then he pulls it back in when the pitch gets delivered.
Got on top of it. Boland over to first base. 2 down in the inning, and Jordan Pomeroy now comes to the plate. Pomeroy had a single back in the first.
Third year with Bear Creek, I believe, right? For Jordan? I think it's his third year. For sure it is. Didn't much playing time the first year, maybe played half, but really came into his own last year. Great defensive player, covers a lot of range, good contact hitter. Have him in that number 2 hole usually.
In for strike. Putting his claim, Joe, to another strong Newfoundland product. Swing and a miss. Getting into the dirt there was Holobratic. Jordan been named to that Team Canada core for Group B play as he turns on that foul.
I'm going to curse him here, but he hardly strikes out. It's the way I notice him. He just gets the bat on the ball. He'll put the ball in play. He'll move runners. He'll do whatever it takes.
Does a really good job covering the zone. Back to the mound, off the glove. Got Pomeroy on the tag as deflected off Holobradic's glove. 1-3. But it's the 3-run home run by Riley James. Turns the score around, and it's a 3-1 lead.
All right, I got the
Top half of the third inning. Here in Oneida Nation on the Thames, Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you for Thursday night softball. Joe Todd, Blair Setford, Peter Labardius, and Softball Premier TV will be down in Simcoe this coming weekend. There you see our umpires. That's Paul Ketchum making his way back over to first base. Justin Van Horn from Chatham, Paul Ketchum from the Chatham area, and Kelly Murphy from the London area. As Wookie Biondi will come to the plate here for Hill United, the 9-hitter. Didn't go. Keep it at the plate, ball 1. A who's who of softball, fastball teams will be down in Simcoe this weekend. As that ball rolls foul, you and Peter have the early game tomorrow night
Yes.
on Softball Premier TV.
6:30 start.
Wall-to-wall coverage down in Simcoe this weekend on Diamond number 1. One count. And the bottom of the order due up here for Hill United, 9-1-2. Swing and a miss by Biondi. Little check swing foul.
If you're hearing in the background home plate umpire Justin Van Horn, it's because he's wired and hooked up into the sound system here with Softball Premier TV, which is good. Another addition
Got your
to the
home
special
plate camera.
effects.
You can see what he sees. There you see it. Looking over top of the shoulder of Dallas Cornelius. Biondi working here, trying to find his way on base. Off speed, check swing. Lyons down on a knee to play it. And takes it himself for the first out. So Shane Boland now comes to the plate.
Number 91, Shane Boland.
Shane, that leadoff home run, Joe, for Hill United. Starting us off, now 3-1 in favor of Bear Creek, as that pitch misses ball 1. Boland's so steady at the plate. Slight open stance as he waits.
Excellent leadoff batter.
And that ball gets fouled off. Saw Shane for the first time all the way back in 2008 at the WBSC U18 event with Team Canada. Just as a 16-year-old that tour. But since then has thrust himself onto the stage as that ball gets lifted up, kind of the Bermuda Triangle, but Jordan Pomeroy will close the gap for out number 2.
Good wheels there by Pomeroy to come in. That ball hung up there a little bit, giving Pomeroy that chance to field that ball for the second out here in the top of the 3rd inning.
And Joe, with 2 out, we'll let everybody know we're going to be joined here. Russ Peltier, who is going to commentate the bottom of the 3rd inning in Ojibwe for us. So Joe and I are going to step out, and Russ will step to the mic. So we hope you enjoy that. We were treated to a traditional ceremonial smoke dance prior to the game and a greeting brought by Chief Todd Cornelius here from Oneida Nation on the Thames. And a really nice presentation to the Bear Creek sponsors. Under the gloves and out to left field. So Gonzalez picks up a 2-out single.
Bat number 27, Nick Shales.
So Shales will step to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Just got on top. Off speed for strike 1. Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch. Good movement.
Justin's had good movement on the ball. As we said, he's been picking spots, working the zone.
Well, it looks really good when it leads his hand, and it's almost like an opposite curve for that right-handed batter.
Down and away, ball 2, 2-2. Gonzalez at first, 2 down in the inning. Shales just fouls that off.
Nice rise ball there. You'll kind of guessing, trying to outguess each other now of what's coming next.
That's the game within the game. Schofield outside, ball 2.
That was a photocopy of strike 1 there, so Nick had learned his lesson and laid off.
Not many hitters better than Nick Shales, Joe, over the...
You look at that top 4 lineup for the Hill United, and a lot of leadership, a lot of experience, good quality batters there.
Called strike 3. Shales was thinking something else and got caught looking. After 2.5, Bear Creek leads it by a score of 3-1. Russ Peltier comes up next here. We'll call the bottom half of the third in Ojibwe language. We'll be back.
Ani Kanawaya, Russell Nisnikas, Mampi Megwanda, Unaida, Megwa, Fok the Keok Mampi, Hill United Chiefs, and Kazo Conduct, Ketagajak Minoa, Bear Creek Express, Mampi Bin Jabajik, Megwa Tageok, Megwa Samnadok, Swe, Donna Gunduck. Bear Creek, Bejik, Hillside Chiefs. This was going to be Pagdot Kokot. Bejik Kokot. Noshgo Gundak, Binjabog, Gundak Tagajik Mampi. Kilum Gojago, Binjabog Gundak. Pigana Benjamin ne Walsh gave education Gaza, Benjabat, Travis Jones agent Gaza. Montpellier, Deshkanzi Bejke Benjabat, Dallas Cornelius agent Gaza. Mr. Bejek. George. 앞주가 왔디노 앞에 그놈저게 해주는구나. 낙식. 마음이 꼼저게 욕. Nego Mario. Lim dena Schneeven. Da başka rangdan komanda canağız. Venezuela, Benjabal Gayon United Chiefs, Australia, Mexico, Benjabal. People Nicky Benjabal, Newfoundland, Benjabal, Belgium, Nova Scotia, Benjabal. Det er jo bare så langt anvendt, baba. Vi var ikke de noe. Som naru ko nak mego. Bear Creek, Swe, Dana, Hill United Chiefs, Belgium. Sige do Benjaba, Wikwam Kong, do Benjaba geni. Mene sing. Vi må be engineer ya beş şaka. Ha, biz sonra başka nandın gelecek. Ha, işte ha. Beb, where's she? Bev, right over here. Win yourself a nice shirt. Congratulations. Bear Creek, så ni win med godt an, ha? Hill United Chiefs, Vejek. Vi må opp I morgen, vi har gått gang. Det nok webjaget. Det web dot noen kokdon. What? Da er det må pardon over het pokjaget. Gatten var pokjaget. Och men svars med den. Pitch med dem under kokat. Ja, miss mi nå. Campinho. Ecco. Bottom. Ora. Ni win grab mo.
Top half of the fourth inning here.
Leading off number 28, Bruno Matroni.
Pitching change, Joe, as Adam Folkert has checked into the ball game. As Bruno Matroni comes to the plate. (4-1) now for Bear Creek as Tyler Paulai put one out to right field. Adam opens with strike one. I'll say, Joe, it's a shock to the system to see Adam Folkert in a uniform other than of the Hill United Chiefs after so many years. But has found a home this year with Bear Creek.
A change is better than a rest.
Absolutely. Turned on it. Foul. Bruno got those hands through the ball quick. Turned on that inside pitch, and it goes foul.
Adam was a starter on the Sunday morning game in Mitchell.
Bear Creek first to the bullpen. Nice block there by Cornelius behind the plate. And looking down, Colin Walsh is going to get loose. Jason Hill doing his best impersonation as the bullpen catcher. Oh, Sean Cleary going to join, so Sean maybe going to get loose.
Sean will be the spotter, I think.
Bruno turned on it. Left center. Goodbye, home run. Nice catch by the fan in left center. But a solo shot for Matroni. Got out in a hurry.
A well-hit ball. Folkert just getting a little bit too much of that plate.
Coming up to bat, number 52, Newton Bruce.
Hill United now within 2 runs.
You weren't lying, Joe, when Sean Cleary was going to play spotter. As Colin Walsh is getting loose down in the bullpen. Quentin Bruce now at the plate in a 4-2 ball game. I thought for a minute when Matroni turned on it and sent it out, that had that black truck written all over it.
I think that guy's dad just said, "Thank you, I owe you $50." Or maybe a windshield.
Folkert works. Outside dip for called strike. Quentin, another bright young softballer. Hailing from Grand Valley, Ontario. Called strike 3, turned and looked. Didn't necessarily agree, but I think the writing was on his face knowing that that was a strike. Lenny Viavazzo comes to the plate, grounded out back in the second inning. It was a nice play by Galeno Venjo to play it on the back foot. Turn the wick into the dirt for strike 1. into the dirt for ball one. 1-1.
Pitching line for Justin Schofield, 3 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Good outing for Justin as he gets ready for the weekend. Inside misses, ball 2. Pitching staff of Cleary, Folkard, Schofield, and Mannion through the weekend. Colin Walsh, as you know, can get the arm in circles as that pitch misses outside. But it's a 4-man staff that will pare down to 3 by the time you get to Surrey, British Columbia. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Villavazo comes up empty. Payoff pitch. Put in and out to Galeno, though it catches a piece of Folkard, I think, Joe.
Oh, yeah, it did. Just above the ankle.
Up to bat, number 21, Josh McGovern.
Watch it back here. Right off that shin. He says he's all right. So Villavazo a base hit. We'll bring Josh McGovern up to the plate. McGovern, a familiar foe here. Very familiar with Adam, not necessarily on the foe side after all these years. And called strike 1. .81 miles an hour that last pitch. Got away from Cornelius and 60 feet for Villavazo up to second. Folkard with it. Misses ball 2. 2-1. Cut the lead in half here, Joe, has Hill United as they work through the middle part of the ball game.
Got to start chipping away here now. Let's see. Top of the 4th.
Adam. In for called strike 2. McGovern, little look back. Thinking that's probably on the top side. I'm just guessing, though. 2-2. Up over right side. No chance. So the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice part about being so close behind the screen, Joe, is you can see those facial reactions from the hitters. Josh just a little bit of a wry smile as he looked back. Villavazo at second. Folkard sets to the belt. Misses ball 3, 3-2. Held that swing. Adam now steps off. Down and away, ball 4, so McGovern draws a walk. One down in the inning, and now Nick White will come to the plate.
Up to bat number 4, Nick White.
Josh getting all those batting gloves and arm pads and hand pads off. White put the ball in play. You don't have much chance getting him. And he'll put that out to right field for a base hit. Villavazo coming around to score. Cut the lead down to 1. Now 4-3 here, as that one just kind of handcuffed and had Tyler Paulai in between. Thought about going for it and then retreated back to second on the base hit. Nick White swinging first pitch.
Lucci Bondi.
I think Adam took a little bit off that pitch too and was hoping he'd catch Nick with a changeup, and Nick was ready for it.
Got up and threw it. And that one skips away from Cornelius. So 2 runners in scoring position now. Bondi had the ground out to first base back in the 3rd inning. Coming in on the hands, swing and a miss. Lurking in the on-deck circle is Shane Boland. Blocked there by Cornelius.
Just one out here too, so
barring a line out and a double up, you're going to see Boland this inning. Put the ball in play. On the run, Klosh. He'll come up throwing. Let it go. Right on the money. DOA. Beautiful throw by Mikolish Kloss. Tagged down by Cornelius. Will cut the run down. As we said, that double play. Little check swing to Klosh. Lions let it go, and
4-3.
right on the money. There you see it again, and couldn't get any better of a throw. 4-3, Bear Creek leads. Bottom 4 after this. Travis Jones will lead things off. He will greet Roman Godoy. 28 degrees at game time. Would say it's probably come down a couple degrees since then. McGovern a little slow back behind the plate after being gunned down. Off speed in there for strike one. Roman on in relief of Holobratic. Joe is line if you've got it worked up. Get to that in a minute. Turned on it, climbed the ladder, and got to it for a base hit for Travis Jones. So a base hit to lead things off. Dallas Cornelius now will come to the plate.
Pitching line on Michael Holobratic. 3 innings, 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. The 3 walks, 2 of them scored.
So an up and down night for Holobratic. And the Argentine on in relief. Swing and a miss. 0-2. One ball, 2. Swing and a miss. 1 out, and Riley James comes to the plate. James, that 3-run shot, Joe, back in the 2nd inning.
Got all of that.
Godoy up and in. And 60 feet for Jones. Tough pass ball on McGovern, but he'd tell you he's got to have that.
Yeah, he called it. If it wasn't a mix-up. Maybe it was. They were going out to talk.
Josh with some deep breaths here as he comes back in. Working hard here on a warm night. Two. Got into that, did James. That's going to tail over into left field. Carry and goodbye. Riley James off the plane. Couple days of rest and has come swinging. 5 RBIs tonight in 2 at-bats. He is swinging a hot stick, Joe Todd.
He loves this Canadian air.
Went down and got it. Not a bad pitch from Godoy.
Coming up to bat, top of the order, number 96, Nicholas Claus.
Maybe a little elevated in the zone. Must say, Joe, a really nice crowd has developed here into the Oneida Nation on the Thames Community Center in the ballpark.
A lot of cars around the outfield there, and a lot of tailgates down.
Called on the swing. Down to 24 now. And that ball gets lifted up. Viavazzo out onto the grass, makes the catch shoulder high. Really nice play there by Viavazzo, Joe, to go out, keep track, and track it out to the outfield.
Yeah, really tough play, but he kept his eye on that ball. Total concentration. Eyes didn't leave the ball.
Just off the end of the bat of Klosh. So Jordan Pomeroy now comes to the plate.
1 for 3 so far in the game. Single back in the 1st inning and stranded at 3rd base.
Off speed misses. Just clearing out some dirt in that landing pad for Godoy. High hopper. Villavazo cleanly on to first to end the inning. But a 2-run shot for Riley James makes it 6-3. Top half of the fifth inning.
Shane Boland.
Top of the order for Hill United. Shane Boland will lead things off, 1 for 2. In for strike one. You know, you and I were talking, Joe, off camera about Riley James and the debut that he's had. You look at this lineup for Bear Creek, really the only one not here who would be on the infield would be Brandon Horn. I know I saw when we were watching this weekend, Thomas Anoka was playing some infield. As that swing and a miss by Boland takes him down.
Off bat number 2, Tony Gonzalez.
Good problem to have as a coach is always
Yeah.
having guys hitting and putting the ball in play. James has made his debut tonight, and it's a 2 for 2 night.
And the best hitters will probably make the lineup. Whoever's on that roll.
That one misses for ball one.
Adams' second strikeout.
Then fouled off. Just got a piece of that. Tony sliding over to first base here this year, Joe, with Villavazo joining the club. Tony truly a Swiss Army knife on the infield.
They're very versatile. He will not hurt you no matter where he's placed.
Lifted up. Paulai back a couple steps onto the grass for out number 2. So 2 up and down here for Hill United. Nick Shales will come to the plate. A ground out and a strikeout looking. In for called strike. Nick a little perplexed by the bottom of that zone right now.
Well, he got called out on a third call strike back in the third inning. So he's wondering where that positioning of a strike is going to be.
Colin getting loose down in the left field line. Ball in play, Pauli over to first. Neat and tidy, up and down in order. Bottom half of 5 coming up after this. Bear Creek up 6-3. They lead Hill United. David Galeno will lead things off here for Bear Creek in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Kyle Smith, Joe Todd here with you.
Leading off number 4, David Galeno.
On Softball Premier, Luciano and Carroll making the drive down from the Toronto area. And that ball in play, diving stab by Viavazzo to take down Galeno.
That just shows you his range. He moved 7 or 8 feet in probably 3 or 4 seconds there.
Got there in a hurry, covered a lot of ground, as you said, Joe. Getting dirty to save that base hit. And that ball goes foul. Defensive shift here. Lucha Biondi comes behind the plate. Josh McGovern out to first base, and Tony Gonzalez has made his way to right field. It's a quick turnaround for Luciano and Carroll as they'll head home and just turn the corner and head down to Simcoe for the weekend. I assume you're going home after this.
Should just catch a room in Simcoe.
Joe Todd and Blair Setford. Peter Labardius will be on hand to bring that coverage to you wall to wall from Friday through to the championship on Sunday afternoon. Off speed misses. Also some other fast pitch action in the area in the next coming weeks. The New Zealand Black Sox will be touring prior to heading west through Ontario. That ball in play to Viavazzo on to first. Pair of groundouts to the second baseman, Joe, here to start the inning.
Number 6, Tyler
Tuesday,
Ball.
July 2nd, New Zealand will play a pair of Tavistock teams. Followed on Wednesday night, New Zealand will take on a selection of us Ontario All-Stars in Hickson. So hope you can take those games in. Some great exhibition action through the week. Rise ball well underneath that and misses. We'll see a handful of these players with Bear Creek who will participate, namely Tyler Pauli. Riley James will help out, and Adam Folkard will come to Hickson on the Wednesday night.
We're giving Adam his Canadian citizenship, are we? Just for that game?
For one night only, as that ball goes foul off Pauli's leg. Who's your first game tomorrow night, Joe, at 6:30?
Hill United against Northeast Drillers. Second game being Gremlins against Bear Creek. So
you're getting a good scouting report tonight.
yes.
As we said earlier, it's a who's who of fast pitch down in Simcoe. It's Hill United, New York Gremlins, Toronto Batman, Oswegan Redmen, Bear Creek, Northeast Drillers, Midland Explorers, and STK Fastball from British Columbia.
That'd be good to see them before we see them at the World Tournament. But it'll be good exposure for them, too. See how they match up.
Say we're all good. Did have some rain pass through here about 45 minutes, hour and a half before first pitch. You and I drove through some heavy downpours along the way. Misses. Ball 3-2. Got into that again. Tyler Paulai sends that out to Gonzalez. He'll make the catch in front of the fence for a long fly ball for out number 3. Top of 6 coming up. 6-3. Bear Creek leads.
Merchandise table.
Back here
You haven't got your ticket yet?
for the top half of the 6th. Colin Walsh on in relief. There you see tomorrow night's schedule. I stand corrected. There's going to be some extra live streaming over at Simcoe. Eastlink Community TV going to pick up Diamonds tomorrow, along with Softball Premier TV. So a nice little addition there. So you'll have true wall-to-wall coverage along the way. So don't you dare miss a pitch.
No.
As I said, Colin Walsh on in relief. The lefty for Bear Creek. Looks as though that's the only change, Joe. comes in for Wayne Laulu
Paul Walsh.
and will come into pitch, so they'll drop down to 9. Colin brings a different look, and Bruno looks back at Justin Van Horn in disbelief on strike 1, the veteran Argentine from Paraná. Again, that look back, Joe, was just priceless from Bruno. Swing and a miss, getting up after that rise. Bruno comes up empty. Quentin Bruce in the on-deck circle for Hill United as they trail by 3, 6-3 here in the 6th inning. Misses for ball 1.
Colin coming in with that left arm there. Just a little bit of a change against this Hill United Chiefs lineup.
Comes set. Bruno lifts that up. Pomeroy in 20 steps and makes the catch for out number 1.
Coming up to bat, number 52, Quentin Bruce.
Both coaching staffs getting their pitchers some midweek work prior to the tournament this weekend.
Yeah, I would think that's the kind of a good strategy to get everybody some innings, get a plate appearance here or there.
Inside, that ball's going to get foul. Just bounced to the left.
Good bounce by Dallas Cornelius to get out.
Well outside, that ball spins away. 1-1. Villavazo in the on-deck circle.
Quentin Bruce all healed up from his separated shoulder from last season.
And misses ball 2, 2-1. Time called here by Bruce as he regroups. Off speed, 3-1. At the start of the club season here, gets busy for a couple of weeks. As that ball punched out to center, base hit for Bruce. He's thinking 2, but will stay over at first base. So he's 1 for 3 now. Nice hit there, Joe. Got all of it behind it and drove it out to center.
Well, good follow through with the bat. Just came right through that strike zone and just ripped it. Good quick hands by Bruce.
And as I was saying, it's the start of the club season. Always exciting to get those first round of rankings out and work your way towards the ISC World Tournament. This year we'll head west to Surrey, British Columbia and Softball City.
Looking forward to that trip.
That ball punched out, falls in, well placed for a base hit. Bruce coming up to third, and that's where he'll stand. So Villavazo, a hard hit double. well placed down that right field line, and now Josh McGovern comes to the plate. Rather, we'll see a pinch hitter
Up
here.
to bat number 14, Tyler Benshaw.
Tyler Brenshaw will step to the plate. Swing and a miss. Rise ball for strike one. 2 runners in scoring position. Change the complexion of the game, Joe. Right down for strike 2.
But we just need this bottom part of the order to kick in another off-field hit here and there. Pull ball. Get the action rolling for Hill United Chiefs.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 out.
Up to bat number 4, Nick White.
And Nick White now comes to the plate. He had a single back in the 4th. One for 2. Foul that straight back, and Nick White comfortable at the plate, Joe, getting his hacks in.
Yeah, he's really a real good ball player. He's got a very quick bat. Got all the tools.
That little curl from Colin gets fouled off, just getting a piece. Colin wiping that sweat from his hand. 1-2. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 as he's stretching that corner. Colin from Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. 2-2 pitch, rise ball to the backstop. Staying put there is Bruce. I think in a non-exhibition game, Joe, Quinton tries to score on that.
Yeah. This was middle of August. He'd be down the line.
Called, strike 3, froze him. White goes down on strikes, work around the 2 base hits. Sends us to the bottom half of the 6th. It's a 6-3 game. Bear Creek out in front. Colin Walsh will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Some changes, Joe. It's Thomas Inoka who will check in for Travis Jones, and Jason Hill is going to hit for Dallas Cornelius here this inning. And it's a change for Hill United with Marco Diaz on the mound for the Chiefs. That one skips into the dirt for ball 1, 84 miles an hour. Young, hard right-hander.
Threw exceptional on the weekend. Won the top pitcher award up in Mitchell at the ISC qualifier. I was lucky enough to get my picture taken with him. Looked like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger beside each other.
I was going to say on the stream, it sure looked like he was maybe waist high above you.
I said, yeah, I get matched up with a guy that's 6'4".
In for strike 2, 1-2. I think that was Blair getting you.
Yeah, I think so.
Playing a prank on you.
It's a long year.
Diaz has come in and opened with a 1-2 count. High hop, Boland over and to first for the out. I see Tony Gonzalez has gone back to first base, Joe, as Tyler Branchow has gone out to right field. So Branchow stays in the game for Josh McGovern. Drop ball, swing and a miss here for Thomas Inoka, who checks in. Tommy with Bear Creek this summer. Hands high, gets in and fouls it off. Rise ball misses well out of the zone. I see you going through your game notes from the weekend, Joe.
Yeah, Thomas had a big game against the Waterdown Hammer. Had a home run, was 2 for 2 in the game, and had a big power shot over that deep field in Mitchell.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Marco comes in and sets him down.
10, Jason Hill.
2 in the inning, and Jason Hill comes to the plate. Hilly in his second year with Bear Creek. Longtime veteran of the open circuit. In the dirt for ball 1. Of course, you can listen to Jason, Steve Mullally, Nick Shales on the Dust Up podcast. Give a quick shout out to Outside the Chute as well in the softball realm. Down and away, ball 2, 85 ticks on the radar gun. Jason sporting a heck of a caterpillar over his lip. That is a all-world mustache, young Jason Hill. Love it.
Hockey season's still on.
Got a piece of it, but good squeeze there by Biondi behind the plate. Riley James in the on-deck circle.
He would love a chance to go for 3 for 3.
Diaz, 2-1. Up and in, ball 3. Three-one count here. Bottom of 6. Diaz, drop ball, fouled off. Count runs full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Youngster Marco Diaz brings it into the dirt, swing and a miss, but it gets away to the backstop and down to first to take Jason down 2-3. Ends the inning, top half of 7 coming up. It's a 6-3 lead for Bear Creek. Coming up after this. Back for the top of the 7th inning. 6-3 Bear Creek leads as Lucia Biondi will lead things off. The young Argentine in for strike 1 from Colin Walsh. Biondi from Paraná, Argentina.
From that factory of fast pitch players.
Misses for ball 1. Just another camera angle for you here, high above this time.
Great shot.
Walsh comes inside. It's going to go off the leg of Biondi on the bunt. So he'll take a minute.
Good sharp call there by home plate umpire Justin Van Horn to read that.
Colin, 1-2. That one gets lifted up. Jones coming in. Down is Galino. Jones makes the catch and not a good sign. David Galino hanging on to that shoulder. But he'll get back to his feet. Chase Brunton out to assess Galeno. Shane Boland stands at the plate.
So the big thing out and on that play is just communication.
Up to bat, top of the order,
Both
number
going out
91,
hard after
Steve
it, and
Bowen.
Well, the center fielder's either got to be communicating, and since the shortstop's got to go out, then the third baseman can take over, saying, left fielder's got it, communicate. Usually the shortstop and the center fielder take over on those type of plays, but the shortstop was obviously involved in the play.
Colin back to the mound, just like a traditional Thursday night, Joe. High hop back to Colin from Shane.
Up to bat number 2, Tony Gonzalez.
So Tony Gonzalez now comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3, a single, strikeout, and a pop out.
Galino's rubbing that shoulder, so I'm sure he might be feeling it a little more tomorrow morning than he will right now.
As that pitch misses for ball 1. It's always the next day that doesn't feel so good. Swing and a miss. Took a bit off that as it spun its way in.
Nice drop.
One ball, one strike.
Colin Walsh has a nice, smooth, deliberate motion. Nice follow through.
Inside ball 2. Just easy off the mound, Colin comes and
Doesn't seem to exert himself, and yet it's still got a good zip on it. Pinpoint location for being that left hand, coming in from that left-hand side.
2-1 pitch. Rise ball to the backstop for ball 3. Three-one count here to Gonzalez.
Gonzalez 1 for 3 so far tonight. Single back in the 3rd inning.
Colin trying to close this out. Fouled up and out of play, 3-2, so run it full. Full boat here to Gonzalez as Walsh works off speed.
Oh, nice
swing and
pitch.
a miss. Pulled the string on Tony to end the ball game. Final score, Bear Creek Express 6, Hill United Chiefs 3. Bear Creek, Joe, get a little bit of revenge after Sunday morning.
A little bit more hitting power there on that Bear Creek Express lineup against the Hill United Chiefs, so, but a good show tonight. Real good performance put on by both teams, entertaining the crowd back in their hometown.
Yeah, and a really nice crowd on hand to witness this. You know, you don't always get to see softball like this of the highest caliber, world-class softball, to say the least. And so it's always nice to bring it to a small-town community. And when you get to bring, you know, your home team here, it's extra special.
Yeah, it means a lot to the community. It means a lot to the sponsor, Mr. Cornelius. Done a great job with bringing fastball and supporting fastball at this level.
Well, the season's underway. A tournament under your belt, exhibition tonight, and then a big tournament this weekend. One would say the real opening weekend to the club season. All the big teams on hand, as we said. It'll be a true great atmosphere down in Simcoe. Joe Todd, Blair Setford, Peter Lubardius will be there, along with Luciano Lafrano and Carol DeReste from Softball Premier TV. But what a great time here tonight. That will do it for us. We say good night from Oneida Nation on the Thames. It's been a pleasure to bring this to you here this afternoon. and into the evening. For my broadcast partner, Joe Todd, Luciano Lafrano, Carol DeReste from Softball Premier, I'm Kyle Smith. Until we see you next time, a very good evening.
Good night.
Visita la nueva innovación de softball, el sitio web donde podrás vivir los mejores torneos de América, juegos en vivo, noticias, torneos y más. Softball en vivo, donde quieras con la mejor calidad. Regístrate y sé un miembro Premier. www.softballpremiertv.com. ¡Vívelo!